Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart bash Paramount, serving notice they won't be silenced. The late-night landscape was rocked this week as two of its biggest names, Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart, joined forces on air to blast their own corporate overlords at Paramount, making it abundantly clear they have no intention of being silenced, even if it means biting the very hand that feeds them. In a rare and electrifying crossover, Stewart appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert for what viewers initially assumed would be a comedic reunion between two longtime friends and comedic giants. Instead, the audience witnessed a passionate and unscripted takedown of Paramount's recent decisions, particularly their controversial legal settlements, and what Colbert and Stewart view as a creeping corporate caution threatening free expression. The catalyst for their on-air fury was Paramount's decision to settle a multi-million-dollar lawsuit reportedly involving Donald Trump, rather than fight in court. Colbert, who has made a career out of skewering Trump and speaking truth to power, openly questioned whether the settlement signaled that the company was more concerned about avoiding lawsuits than protecting the creative freedom of its artists. The frustration in his voice was unmistakable as he turned to Stewart and declared that corporations are increasingly afraid of the very people we're supposed to be exposing. Stewart, never one to hold his tongue, nodded vigorously before unleashing his own criticism of Paramount and corporate media culture as a whole. He argued that powerful networks have become too timid, terrified of losing advertising dollars, legal battles, or social media blowback. He warned that if comedians, journalists, and artists start second-guessing every joke or commentary because of fear from upstairs, then satire itself is in danger. Their conversation quickly escalated from comedic banter to an impassioned plea for free speech and artistic integrity. Both hosts emphasized that the role of late-night comedy is not just to entertain, but to challenge those in power, whether it's politicians, billionaires, or, as they made painfully clear, their own corporate employers. Throughout the segment, Colbert and Stewart made it clear that their loyalty is to the truth and to their audience, not to the corporate suits making decisions behind closed doors. Stewart even joked that he's been canceled so many times, I'm like a Netflix series, drawing roars of laughter from the studio audience while simultaneously underscoring the real fear many entertainers feel about speaking out. Despite the humor, the tension in the room was palpable. Colbert confessed that speaking so openly against Paramount was risky, but insisted he couldn't stay silent while the company's actions potentially jeopardized the kind of fearless comedy that late-night fans have come to expect. Backstage sources later revealed that Paramount executives were caught off guard by the intensity of Colbert and Stewart's live remarks. While the network has tried to present a unified front in public statements, insiders suggest there's growing anxiety about how the company will manage its relationship with two of its biggest, and now most outspoken stars. Viewers flooded social media within minutes of the broadcast, praising Colbert and Stewart for standing up to corporate pressure and refusing to let fear dictate their comedy. Clips of the fiery exchange began trending on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, with fans declaring that this is precisely why late-night television still matters in a fractured media landscape. As for Colbert and Stewart, their message couldn't have been clearer. They won't be silenced, even if it means putting their own jobs on the line. Both men closed the segment with a vow to keep telling jokes, keep asking uncomfortable questions, and keep holding power accountable, no matter whose feathers they ruffle in the process. It's a moment that will surely echo through the halls of Paramount and beyond, serving as a powerful reminder that the best comedy doesn't just entertain, it fights for truth. Subscribe to stay updated on this unfolding story and let us know in the comments. Do you think Colbert and Stewart were right to call out Paramount on live television, or did they go too far?